Okay, so right now we're gonna go over. We already watched the video, so right now we're gonna go over what we saw. So it was perpendicular, parallel lines, right angles, obtuse angles, acute angles, points, and lines. Okay.
Yeah.
So remember, what's perpendicular?
Where the lines don't stick.
No, that's
where they don't connect.
No, that wasn't perpendicular. Which one was perpendicular? Remember, they make an angle. Which angle was it?
Oh, right.
It was the right angle, right? Okay. So which one is the one that doesn't stick? That they don't come together?
The parallel.
Yeah, that's the parallel line, okay? Okay, so right angle, how many degrees is it? The right angle.
90 degrees.
And where can you find the right angle?
In a protractor.
In a protractor, using a protractor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and how many degrees is the obtuse?
More than 90 degrees.
More than 90 degrees, so that means that is it bigger or smaller?
Bigger.
It's bigger, right? Okay, yeah. And what about the acute?
Less than 90 degrees.
So that means is it bigger or smaller?
Smaller.
It's smaller, right? Okay, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to use this lined paper to make some angles and make some lines, okay? So I'm going to show you what I want us to do first, okay? So I'm going to draw 2 points. Remember we went over 2 points? And we're going to make a line. And that's called a line, okay? So now I'm going to make... So right now I'm going to make a perpendicular line. A perpendicular lines, and then you're going to show me your example, okay? So this is my perpendicular line. And I'm going to put dot points where they went. Okay, now I want you to make me a perpendicular line anywhere you want.
Okay, so...
Okay, so what angle does the perpendicular lines make?
90 degrees.
Okay, 90-degree angle. So it's a what? What's a 90-degree angle?
A right angle.
A right angle, right? Okay. Now I want you to do parallel lines. How do parallel lines look? Remember, they never touch.
Yeah.
So how do they look? Can you draw me how they look?
Like this.
Remember, parallel lines, they look like this, look. So it's one line, and then another line right next to it.
Right.
So see, even, you know how even if it keeps going and going and going, they're never going to touch. Okay? Can you draw me an obtuse angle?
Sure.
Good, good, okay. Now can you draw me an acute angle? Okay, now that we have the angles that he's drawn, it's an acute and an obtuse angle. Can you draw me a right angle? Okay, now to try since you had a trouble with the parallel line, can you draw me what a parallel line looks like now?
I think.
Okay, go. Try it.
This is my best I can do. Oops. My best.
Remember, parallel lines, they're not dotted lines.
Oh.
Parallel lines are lines that never touch. So you see the perpendicular lines, how they're connected like that?
Right.
Parallel lines, they're just straight like that. Okay.
Oh.
So since
I
you're
see.
having difficulty with them,
Mhm.
I'm going to draw some examples and I'm going to see if you get it right, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to use the back part of this paper and I'm going to draw some and you tell me which one's a parallel angle, okay? So don't look. Okay, so these are the examples that I did for him, and right now I'm gonna see if he can guess which ones are the parallel. Okay, so which ones are parallel? Is the parallel lines?
This one.
Which one?
This one. A.
A? Okay, and why do you think it's A?
Because they're not touching.
Because they're not touching anymore, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can circle A if you want. Okay, so now that you know what the parallel lines look like, do you think you could draw them for me now?
Yeah. Just need some.
Okay, so we can see that first he thought these were parallel lines, but now he was able to draw this.